Another welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbao. Now, Ghana's representatives in the 2023-24 CAF Champions League, Medeama, will hope to pick a favorable result that will see them reach the group stage of the tournament over Guinean side Horoya AC. Now, the Yellow and Moles hold a 3-1 lead from the first leg, played at the Cape Coast Stadium some weeks ago, and the Takwa-based club will hope to become the first Ghanaian team to make it to the group stage of the tournament in 11 years since Brecum Chelsea did it in their debut season. Now, Medeama eliminated Nigerian side Remo Stars in the first round of the competition following a penalty shootout victory in Nigeria. Well, head coach of the side, Augustine Evans Adete, has been speaking to the press in Guinea ahead of the game.
We set off from our base, Takwa. It took us 2 days to get to Conakry. Change of flight, going through difficulties. We managed until we finally arrived at our hotel, Atlantic Hotel. All that I want to say is thank God for bringing us safely to our destination, and thanks also for the hospitality. Although we encountered some challenges yesterday, the route from the airport until we arrived at our hotel, going through a series of challenges, traffic. Normally, when a team travels, before the team arrives, we know of a liaison officer or maybe a host personality welcoming the visiting team. The reception yesterday wasn't all that good, but all the same, we managed to comport ourselves until meeting here this afternoon. We have 2 goals in our basket already. If I heard my player speaking, if my memory serves me right, I heard, is he under pressure or is my team under pressure? No, we are not under pressure. 2 goals in our basket. The home team is rather under pressure. All that we need to do is to make sure we qualify. So our mission here is to sail through to the next stage. Be it a draw game or win or whatever, we want to qualify automatically. That is the message. All that I'm saying, be it red or 11 against 11 or 10 against 10. Sometimes a team plays 10 against 11. Still, the team with less number scores. Sometimes a team is up 1 goal with 11 players playing. The other team less 10 players. They can still come and redeem the scoreline and then go ahead. All that I'm saying is whether we are playing 11 aside or 10 against 11, my mission here is to make sure my team sails to the next stage. That is all.
Well, elsewhere in the CAF Confederations Cup, FA Cup champions Dreams FC will face Sierra Leone's Calon FC in the second leg of the second preliminary round of the tournament, which will take place in Monrovia in Liberia. Now, the team will also be looking to build on their 2-1 victory in the first leg played at the Accra Sports Stadium to ensure they advance to the group stage in their debut in the tournament over there. So Medeama FC and Dreams FC all in action this weekend as they look to qualify to the group stage of their respective competitions. Now, in the Ghana Premier League, the action resumes this weekend with the Accra Heart of Folk traveling to Sunyani to face Bafokotano on Saturday, while Kumasi Asante Kotoko will play host to Karela United at the Babara Sports Stadium on Sunday and will be looking to pick their first win in the new Ghana Premier League season. We have more in this Joy Sports preview.
One of the goals that you'd love to see the replay. Another great play from
Asante Kotoko are winless in 2 games following the goalless draw against Accra Lions and last weekend's 2-1 loss to Bibiani Gold Stars at the Downs Park. The Porcupines welcome Karela United to the Babayara Sports Stadium, and their head coach Prosper Nate Ogum is calling for time to build a formidable team.
It's a process. We are building a new team. We are building a team that can compete at any level. And building a team that can compete at any level, you need some patience, you need some time. to be able to do that. I know the club I'm coaching is all about result. But the result will come if we do the right things from the beginning. And to me, as a technical staff and the Palace and the IMC, we are doing the right thing by trying to make sure that we put a formidable team. So
their rivals, Hearts of Oak, have also not had a smooth start to the season. The Phobians hope to rack up a number of wins, having beaten Nswathreman in their last outing. But there is a concern about their away form, playing 11 matches without a win on the road.
Yeah, we know what they have in the team, so they have qualities, but we have also qualities, and I'm always looking for my own team. And I know how they play, so we prepare very good for that game. The players who are injured, they are also injured from last year, and they're still coming back. And Linda is on the way back, and Enoch is coming back. So, yeah, the players who are not there, it's a pity, but they're fighting back, and that is the new thing in Hearts of Oak. We play on Thursday, also friendly matches, so they come back in such games, and that's good for them.
Meanwhile, Bofuakatano are keen to extend their standing unbeaten home streak to 46 matches when they welcome Hearts of Oak to the Sunyani Park. But the Hunters do not have history on their side, with their last win over the Phobians being secured in 1995. But their coach, Frimpong Manson, remains unfazed.
President, I think we've done a lot of work since the Monday, and against us, yes, we know they have the name and they've been in the system for a very long time. They're a very strong side, and to me, and can't two teams in Ghana without mentioning Hearts of Oak. So for me, I think that we know what they can do, but then about your preparation, I think we've also done a lot, and in first two games, even from Abrankase, I think so, after losing our first game against Sky, you lose any competitive game there. It's almost 6 games now. So that and that confidence going into this game.
Elsewhere, Great Olympics welcome Gold Stars to the Accra Sports Stadium, seeking to kickstart their season. Legon Cities, who lost in midweek, face Ediana Stars, and at the Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium, Royal Tamale United play host to newly promoted side Hearts of Lions.
Now let's get to Guinea now, where my colleague Raphael Amenyo is in Conakry ahead of that CAF Champions League game between Medeama and their counterpart Horoya there. Raphael, thank you so much for making time to join us on Joy News. Raphael, what can you tell us as far as their preparation is concerned ahead of the game tomorrow?
Good evening, my brother, and welcome to Conakry. Yeah, we are here for the much anticipated game. It's Horoya AC Athletic Club versus Medeama Sporting Club. It's the CAF Champions League preliminary round, and this is the return leg encounter in Conakry, Guinea. The team arrived here in Conakry yesterday, but the team made a transit, I think, Lomé, Togo. From Togo, we got to Bamako, and from Bamako, we landed in Conakry. And there have been delays because they had to give us police escort as per CAF rules, so that there wouldn't be any traffic on our way to maybe a hotel or the stadium. But all these things were not given to us. So in one way or the other, people were saying, some of our crew were saying, mafia system. The mafia system is working because it's African football, and all these things. The coach during the press conference, he says, yes, you don't care because you know these things are in football, and he has psyched his boys to the extent that they are not going to concentrate on those little details or that aspect of the game, but their main motive to win the game or to get a respectable scoreline to qualify to the next stage of the competition. And the next stage of the competition is the group stage. And it's the money zone. So if Medeama Sporting Club are able to maybe qualify, money will come. There will be a lot of money at their disposal. And that's why the coach, Augustine Ivan-Sadote, together with the players, the technical team, ready for this crucial encounter. The team trained at the General Lassana Conte Stadium. And I think they gave us 1 hour, as usual. So the team trained from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. and the home team also came to train. And everything went per the coach, Ivan-Sadote. He said he has two minor injuries, which is not going to affect his team. He will still do the work for Ghanaians. So all that Ghanaians we are expecting from the coaches and the teammates, they should make Ghanaians proud. We are also supporting them, and up-to-date reports will be given to us by us to Ghanaians.
Well, Raphael, thank you so much. And of course, we'll get back to you for some more update. That's Raphael Omenyo with our sister, our fellow station, Adom and Asempa. I beg your pardon there. Well, let's talk to Fifi Manfred now. He is in Kumasi ahead of the weekend fixtures in the Ghana Premier League. But let's just take a look at the fixtures. Of course, like we mentioned earlier, let's just take a look at the fixtures coming up this weekend in the Ghana Premier League. And like I mentioned, Accra Heart of Folk will be in Sunyani on Saturday when they play Bofokwa Tano. So the game started today. Brekum Chelsea played Accra Lions. And of course, Accra Heart of Folk will play tomorrow against Bofokwa Tano. The Green Olympics will play with Vianney Gold Stars. Legon Cities and Aduana. Another big game, Samatex and Bechem United. Then Real Tamale United and Heart of Lions. And Kumasi Asante Kotoko will play Kerala United. And of course, for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they are winless in their last 2 games in the Ghana Premier League. These are some other fixtures coming up this weekend in the English Premier League. And of course, so you could see Aston Villa play Brighton, Bournemouth will play Arsenal, Everton and Luton Town, Man United and Crystal Palace, Newcastle and Burnley, West Ham and Sheffield United, Wolves and Manchester City, and Tottenham will play Liverpool, while Nottingham Forest and Brentford will be in action. Fulham and Chelsea will also be in action. But let's talk to Fifi Manfred now for some update ahead of that game between Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Kerala United. Fifi, thank you for joining us. Prosper Ogum describes his team as a team which is still in the learning phase. I mean, how has the message been received in Kumasi? Do you feel the fans are going to have the kind of patience that Ogum is hoping they will have for the team ahead of the game against Kerala United?
Thank you very much, Musbao. Here in Kumasi, the fans here in Kumasi are very hopeful and also worried. I mean, Kotoko haven't started their season particularly well. If you look at last season, 2 seasons ago, when Prosper Ogum took charge of Kotoko, and he had won in his first 2 games. This time, in his first 2 games, he's winless. Just a draw and a defeat away at the dance park to Gold Star. So it's a difficult one for. If you look at Kotoko's last 2 games that they've also played against Kerala, they've had 2 draws against them, which isn't good enough. Kotoko, of course, their last game that they played at Barbara Sports Stadium also did end in a draw. So 1-1 draw, 1-1 draw, 1-1 draw. It's a little bit worrying looking at a new phase Kerala side that will be coming this time, not from Enyinase, but from Tamale to meet the boys here at the Barbara Sports Stadium under the floodlights. It's a difficult one for him. Almost every Kotoko fan believes that they have the team to go ahead and win. Of course, once you are for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, there's a belief that she'll be able to beat every club here in the Ghana Premier League. Yes, it's a new phase Kotoko side. If you look at the team that they played Gold Stars with, about 7 of them had not played for Kotoko before. 2 centre backs, Ansu and Nuruddin had not played for Kotoko before, but for this season, in the middle of the pack, Manu had not played before. It was only Dramina who had played for the club before. Up top, there was Kalu Watara, who's also a new boy for the club. So, of course, they are new players. But then they think that he has had enough time on a training ground with the boys to be able to navigate a win against Kerala. 3 games without a win for Kotoko really is going to spell doom here in Kumasi. So it's a game that they really need to make sure they do win. And a lot of us are expecting that Kotoko will be able to get their first 3 points under the floodlights here on Sunday.
I mean, Fifi, just before you go, there's a big game on Saturday. Bofokotano will be hosting Accra to Folk at the Sunyani Coronation Park. Help us appreciate how big of a game this is for, the lovers of football in Sunyani and even for Bofokotano themselves.
Well, it's a big game. It's a big, big game. I mean, first of all, like all of us do say, the Bruno Afro region is one of the citadels of Ghana football, where the game is loved to the core. So having Bofokotano return to the Ghana Premier League and getting Accra to Folk in game week 3 go to the Sunyani Coronation Park is a big one for them. Now they beat their arch rivals. I mean, of course, in the qualifying rounds in the Division 1 2 seasons ago, last season in RTU last week, where they won by 2-1. It was a good game of football from the Bofaka folks, but essentially it's about the atmosphere that I was able to create from the fans in the Sunyani Coronation Park. There's a part where they call the Mole Mole stand, where there is a lot of joy, there's a lot of noise over there, especially for opposing teams. So it's a big one for them. But another worrying thing for Accra to Folk is that whilst Bofaka are winning a lot more at the Sunyani Coronation Park, their Accra to Folk have failed to win in 11 away games in the Ghana Premier League. They either lose or draw. The last time they went away to the Medeama Stadium against RTU, they lost over there. And of course, they got that all-important win against another Brown side at home at Accra Sports Stadium in Inswacherman. So they would want to get a win off the back of that. They would want to build on that. And I'm particularly excited about the House of Folk team. They didn't play really bad at RTU. And of course, it was a good game at the Inswacherman here at home in Accra. But it was only in patches. If you go away to Bofokotano and then you don't control the game, you don't play total dominance in that game, you are definitely going to be punished, because the folks in Sunyani will be up in their voices. They are going to be vociferous and make it very difficult for Accra to Folk. I'm looking at players like Kashala, who was very, very good in that game against Inswacherman. Himself and Salif Ibrahim Di Maria were very brilliant. And I'm looking at how House of Folk are able to use that combination of Salif Ibrahim Di Maria
to be able to get a win.
Was the man of the match of that game, also in that game as well. But
essentially,
although that game is going to be a...
Yeah, well, that's Fifi Manfred there. And of course, we'll just take a quick break. When we come back, we'll see the game between Accra Lions and Brecum Chelsea, which happened earlier today. Well, we have more stories for you on myjoeonline.com/sports. Do have a lovely day.